Hello everyone, and welcome to the FanFic Critic Freak Out episode of Season 3. I know, you're like, wait a minute. It's supposed to be Meg doing this, not Susan. Well, Meg is still recovering from, what happened the other day with those bloody little shits that almost caused her to die by falling to her death. But thankfully she didn't die, but she still got severely injured. And no, I don't regret it. For those who watched it, you know what I'm referring to. For those who didn't, go back and watch the last episode in its entirety. I'm not going to explain to you what went down. And yes, the web show did bloody spy, which I'm not surprised. I had a feeling that it would, but I digress. So yes, Meg is recovering downstairs. I made her take some time off from work so she could properly recover, because not only was her tail, severely injured by what had happened, also her left side was very injured. She didn't break anything, mind you, but still very bruised and dinged up and just overall very sore and not in a state to be doing work. So she's recovering downstairs. I'm doing this episode for her, not just so she can recover, but I have ulterior motives. The thing is, I made my own list of Meg's freakouts. 5 of them, in fact, so there's going to be 5 of my freakouts, which are all from this season, and there's going to be a bonus list of 5 of Meg's freakouts. Some of them are from the last season, and some of them are from this season. Right then, let's not waste any time. Meg did already make a list and stuff, and she put the timestamps and everything. Obviously, I'm going to be editing out me, looking up everything. So, here is the number 5... Here's the number 5 spot. Right then. I'm just going to check Milo Kitty's library to make sure I don't have an itchy situation. Night of the Werecat. The big sail. It came from the sea. The rise and fall of the lesbionic woman, the creator's severe punishment, Susan, the mortal, Mommy dearest, death becomes her, the queen of farts, the queen of... Okay, I will admit it was kind of funny. I'm still not looking forward to that story when it does get published. The queen of farts. And it's probably going to be me. It's most likely going to be me, because I think almost all of Milo Kitty's stories have just focused on me. Well, I don't know. I suppose the earlier ones were about both of us. I mean, the very first one she did, The Vagina of Wonders, was definitely about Meg. And then The Boobs of Terror was about me. And then the Lesbian Jesus one was about me, Meg, and Lesbian Jesus. But since then, when she started writing again, they've all been about me. Right then. And, here's the number 4 spot, which is also from another Milo Kitty story. A nod, if you will, to that oh-so-charming story that bloody Rube fellow wrote about me and Meg. A story about me showing my love for Meg by raping her! Yes, it's a good thing, that episode was filmed with this camera and not the, web camera, because that probably would have blown out people's eardrums if it had been with the old camera, because the thing about webcams is that the sound quality is utterly atrocious. Yes, that little bit of me screaming that was just a taste of how I was when I initially read that story. I mean, even now when I think about that story, I see red. So yes, it's understandable why Meg had it on this list. It's kind of low on the list, but then again, the list is only 5 freakouts, so, yes, let's see what the number 3 freakout is. Golden Girls. Oh yes, the Halloween special. That mask was making me so loopy. And then the second I saw that I was doing an Ace Oiler story, and all of his stories are Golden Girls, I just freaked out, only for me to later find out that the story in question actually wasn't that bad. Because Meg had read it herself, and she said it really wasn't that bad. But I think it was just one thing after another, and the Scooby-Doo story just broke me. That and wearing that bloody mask. Hopefully I don't ever have to wear that bloody costume again, but you never know. This is the creator we're talking about. She might come up with an even more annoying costume for next season, I suppose. Because I'm going to assume there will be a Halloween special for the next season. Yes, because I am going to try to keep uploading every other week. Obviously, this episode is an exception, because last week was the unofficial season finale. This week is, you know, this episode, and then next week is the creators behind the scenes, which that is going to be interesting to watch, to say the least. Right then, let's move on to the number 2 pick that Meg had chosen for my freakout list. Amy said, "Don't worry, Amy, this will be our little secret. Your little secret that you filmed, and uploaded onto the internet for everyone to see. And you guys are both rock stars and are famous. I hope no one knows it's ours." Bloody imbeciles! Yes, this was one of the first stories that caused me to snap without me reading it out loud. Like, I didn't even read it out loud. I only read, like, the last chapter out loud. But yes, this story really made me... It was embarrassing. Yes, I just kept reading porn after porn after porn fanfiction that this story just caused me to snap. So it seems like my trigger when it comes to me freaking out is a lot of naughty stuff, where Meg's freakouts tended to be triggered by atrocious spelling and grammar, and maybe some sexual stuff, but I think most of her freakouts was just, like, atrocious layout and whatnot. But yes, this story, and it was just so stupid. It's like, why would you film a porno if you're, like, a world-famous rock star band, and then be like, oh, I hope they don't realise it's us? It's like... Obviously, they're going to know it's you. It's not like you bothered wearing any disguises. Are you daft? Right then, let's move on to Meg's number 1 pick for my freakout of this season. But as the royal loyal dog Brain is, he sees her problem. Oh no, it's that Velma and Scooby story all over again! He probably barks at Benny says, "What is it, Brain? Do you want help?" And Brain announced the queen, and Benny did, and then they get so much of money, and then they get a baby, and then we give us a look at this. Why do you have to go this under? It was bad enough with the child getting raped, and then you had to go in and shoot to the dog, and now it's bestiality and child porn and everything, and then the bloody comic snitch, even the weed's not helping, the weed's not helping, the weed is not helping, it is not helping, it is not helping, now I'm getting... I mean, I don't know why I'm surprised. I mean, it is funny. I will admit, watching it back, it is rather funny. But it's also embarrassing. But I do understand, you know, Meg is also keeping the viewers in mind, and, you know. Now I know how she felt when I did my freak-out lists from the first season. Yes, But yes, lesson learned, don't eat an entire bag of edibles. Because, yes, they don't kick in immediately. And when they were kicking in all at once because I ate them, you know. I think I had the first one, waited a few minutes, and I'm like, yeah, this isn't working. So I just started popping them in my mouth like normal candy. And there wasn't a lot in there either. It was like, I think like 20 of them. So yes, and yeah. Meg's concern and anger afterwards was very understandable. She was watching me like a hawk, making sure that, you know, everything was fine. I think she was worried that I was going to have a heart attack. But I was fine. I mean, when I came to, I was still a bit loopy. Not as loopy. Not like freaking out loopy. Excuse you! Excuse you! Naughty. Probably shouldn't be too loud because Meg's napping downstairs. I think she was watching YouTube, but she might have fallen asleep because, you know, I gave her some lavender tea and that tends to knock her out because I want her to recover. Right then, we're done with my freakouts. Now we're going to do Meg's freakouts. Leonardo! One moment, please. If you're going to be a naughty little turd, then you're gonna go on the bed. Because that's what you do. You naughty little poo. Stop being a butt. Especially when Meg's trying to rest downstairs. That's right, you settle. You settle. Mommy's almost done. Right then, before I was interrupted by Mr. Naughty over there, the number 5 pick for Meg's Freakouts. This is from this season. No, actually, no, it's from the last season. Yes, it's from the last season. No, it is from this season. I forgot that this season had 2 Halloween specials. Alright, so, number 5. Meg, please calm down. Do not tell me to calm down! Creator! You show yourself this instant! Creator! I forgot how scary Meg can get when she's angry. I mean, she doesn't get like that very often, but yes, you didn't see her face transition from the stunned face to that face. That's what caused me to initially tell her to calm down because I knew the blow up was coming. And yes, Meg was infuriated. Me, trying to lie, I think, made it worse. And I honestly don't know why I was trying to lie, because she was going to find out. The web show, the web show showed it anyway. So if Meg did believe me, and then she goes to what? Oh, that would have been bad. It would have been like Baldy's Basics. She would have been at work, and I would have been here, and then I would have heard the sound of snapping, quiet at first, and then getting louder and louder, and she would have just like snapped into the, yes, that actually would have been funny, but terrifying at the same time. And you're all like, what the hell is Baldy's Basics? Google it, watch Doco's video on it. It's a game. Except he doesn't snap his fingers, he has a ruler. Right then. Here's my number 4 pick for Meg's Freakout. A tribute. A tribute. A tribute. A tribute. A tribute. You call this a tribute? This was not a tribute. This is not a... Are you... Not a tribute. Fucking stupid. You wanted a tribute. You could have had her read a good story, but no, I'm gonna have her read the frickin' porn fix. Yeah. Even though you already knew that she had a bad reaction to frickin' porn, and then here you are. Oh, you've been gone for a few months. The first story. No, the first 2 stories I'm gonna give you. Oh, guess what? Porn. What the? Dear Meg, you should just calm down. No, I am not gonna calm down. This is ridiculous. This was not a fucking tribute. This was not a tribute.
Excuse you. Did you just say that my tribute was not good enough for you?
Yes, that is right. I am telling you that what you did was not a good tribute to Akira Toriyama. And you're supposed to be a fan like me. What a wonderful way to honor him, huh? Yes, let's read 2 stories that completely bastardize your characters. Really good tribute there, creator.
So what you're telling me, Meg, is that you want me to do a better tribute to Akira Toriyama?
Yes. Yes, you should do a better tribute than that. I double dare you to do a better tribute. Oh! Ah! Meg, are you okay? Ah! What the... You grew a tail. Creator! And now for those who didn't watch that episode, now you know why Meg has a tail. Yes. Yes, then. And the creator is not getting rid of the tail either. It's staying permanently. I mean, at least we don't have to worry about Meg turning into a gigantic monkey if she looks at the moon. But I am still a bit cross at the creator that she included Goku's weakness with Meg's tail too. So if you squeeze it, it causes her to lose her strength. And apparently if it gets injured, if you so much as lightly touch it, it causes her to faint. So yes, I had to learn that the hard way in the last episode. That was my own fault because I was kind of suspicious about her tail, but I wasn't thinking and I was still in a state of my own. So yes, there's that. Right then, here's the number 3 pick for Meg's Freak Out. I feel bad that she had such a...
You got to be bloody kidding me! Are you serious?
Is everything okay up there?
My darling, the web show spied again!
So obviously this is from the last season when I was still using the webcam. It was pretty much... We had just had a heart-to-heart downstairs. And I come upstairs and see that the computer's on and I'm furious because obviously the web show spied, and I told her that the web show spied, and that was, well, I mean, you all get the gist of it, but it was still funny, especially when you can hear her getting quiet and quieter, and then the whole starting with dinner and then slams the door. Yes, so there's that. Right then, here's my number 2 pick for Meg's Freakouts for this season, and this one is in this, yes, this one is in this season. She looks relaxed, no weird expressions. Now I need to find out what the fuck just happened. Hopefully she didn't break it. Meg, she's such a bloody imbecile, going out alone in trousers and in a dark shirt. Such a bloody idiot, so bloody stupid. Now excuse me while I go eat an entire bag of animals! What the fuck were you thinking? You could have died! Jesus fucking Christ! You see, I can acknowledge my own failings, so yes, I included Meg's blow up after she had watched the raw episode back of me making an idiot out of myself by eating a bunch of edibles, and then, yes. But that was funny, though. I mean, I don't think Meg was too amused when she had saw that the web show had spot, because, you know, when she was yelling at me like that, I was unconscious, so, you know, I don't think she would have yelled at me like that if I had been conscious. Maybe a little bit, but it might have been more restrained, but no, that was just full on. Yes, I mean, it was funny, though, because, you know, she was pointing out my hypocrisy, how I'm going on about, oh, you're so bloody stupid for mowing in trousers and whatnot, and, no, don't mind me, I'm just going to eat an entire bag of edibles. I mean, that's like the equivalent of drinking an entire bottle of vodka. So, maybe not that extreme, but still, it was rather stupid of me, so yes. And, here is my number 1 pick for Meg's Freakouts. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. So, the third sex scene involves this. This being shoved. I mean, they say it's folded up in the story, but that still would not feel good no matter which end you would put in. And why the fuck would... You don't shove razor blades on people's crotches! My fucking guy! Yes, if there was a silver lining to that bloody fanfic, it was this freak out. Like, Meg just being like, you don't do that. And you bloody don't. I mean... I'm trying to look at the fanfic like it wasn't written about us. Trying to. So, yes, you don't know. I know people like dildos and stuff, but a straight blade is not an ideal dildo. And Meg was correct. That would tear up your insides. It's not something you use. And the sad thing is there probably are people who would use something like that. There's some people that like the pain, and Right, let's stop talking about it, because if I stop talking about that story, I'm going to see red and explode. And yes, Meg is in no state to try to restrain me, and I don't want to risk anything happening. So yes, there we are. So thank you for watching this season of FanFic Critic. I will see you all in the next season, and then the next episode you'll see the creator. It's going to be weird. I mean, I watched the last behind the scenes episode, which she did in season 1. I don't think she's going to be doing it every single season. It might be every other season. So I think the next one she's probably going to do will probably be in season 5. So yes, so I'll see you all next season. And you'll see the creator next week in her behind the scenes nonsense. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I would greatly appreciate it. Please be sure to like. I did that completely out of order, but I kind of messed up in the last episode too. In the last episode, I was in a bit of a state. So yes, I'll see you all next time. Until then, cheerio.